This is race 3. It's a heat of the Wyfold Challenge Cup. We're looking at Sydney Rowing Club versus Petone Rowing Club, New Zealand. These are coxless boats, John, and at the moment the athletes are just getting ready and they're off. The New Zealand's on the right-hand side, the Australians on the left-hand side. They've travelled halfway across the globe, and this is a good, quick, fast start for these crews.
Both of them away cleanly on a good line, which is always a useful thing. Nice bright colours on the right there from the Petone Club, the light blue on the left of Sydney, looking like they're about to take a slightly early advantage as they're coming to the end of the island.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's great to see these boats, isn't it? It's a beautiful day here at Henley, and it's the Australians, a club from Sydney Rowing Club there, just ahead at the moment, but Petone in front of us, and this wonderful shot on the side shot, a little bit close to the booms there, John.
They're needing to watch that, because that would be suicide if they were to touch theirs. They're unforgiving, those booms. They're just solid wood floating there against those poles, so we've got to keep away from those.
Yeah, and you just saw the bow boy of the bowman of the Petone Rowing Club there. That's Jamie Saunders having a quick look, watching over on the Australians. But they've come into a good rhythm there, and looking now at the live shots here at Forley, the crews are level.
They are. They've actually gone into a nice little stride there. The first minute or so, they're just slightly sitting up, the Petone crew in the yellow on the right-hand side of your screen there. But now they've just stretched out into a nice rhythm. They're lengthening that stroke, and they're looking quite effective. Yeah,
absolutely, and this is fantastic racing. This is what Henley Royal Regatta is all about, John. It's side-by-side racing, it's gladiatorial. These crews, they've come halfway around the world, and they've met here on day 2, and, you know, what's going to be going through their minds?
Well, they're going to be saying this is an opportunity of a lifetime to show your real colours at the greatest event in the world. Certainly I know that these guys are inspired by either a history of club rowing in Henley, or these guys haven't been doing much international work. I know they've been doing quite a lot nationally. It's the first time in their 115-year history that Petone have actually been to Henley.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is the Petone crew, the Jamie Saunders, Edward Cade, Patrick O'Reilly and Stroke Troy O'Reilly, that have had the better half of this race. First time in 115-year history, John, but, you know, there they are, leading at the moment in this point, and the barrier signal, the mile signal there, it tells us that it's still very close, but it is the New Zealand crew that have just got their nose ahead.
Yep, these markers along the Henley course, they're referred to by all the regulars here. They sort of mark out a certain arbitrary amount of distance, but they show these two numbers, 1 and 2, to show the different lanes, and allow the spectators, before we had television, of course, how the race was progressing.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course the spectators are still watching those signals, and some of them hopefully are watching their televisions too, but you know, this is a great race. This is the gladiatorial thing we talk about. It's getting now towards the 2,000 metres. This is unknown territory for many oarsmen, because this is a longer course, of course, and Dylan Boakes, Piers Haskell, Charlie Patterson and Lachlan Hine, they're in the Sydney Rowing Club boat. What are they going to do now? As a coach, what advice would you be giving them at this stage, right in the grandstands?
Well, they're still very much in touch. There's no reason why they should give up on it. I'm sure they've got a lot of petrol left in the tank there. It's a question of turning it on at the right time, keeping in touch and keeping the pressure on Petone as they come into the second half.
Here we go, but it's the Kiwis, it's against the Australians, it's the Kiwis that are ahead at the moment, coming past the grandstands on this early race, and they're pushing all the way through. The Sydney Rowing Club crew giving it everything they have, but on this occasion I don't think it's going to be enough, John. We do have a victory there in the Wyfold. The Petone Rowing Club will be seeing them racing tomorrow. And here they come, Sydney, heads down. What a race. There you go, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? The brothers in the stern, delighted.